All right, cool. Now, the reason why I'm making this video on Path to Nowhere is because I finally completed the story. It took me a bit. It wasn't because I wasn't, I didn't want to finish it, but because most of my time was just going through the rust and just gathering as many materials as possible, and of course, just I'm gonna give you my overall thoughts. Primarily because we have an update coming in and where a new character is being dropped. So if you guys haven't picked up Path to Nowhere, it might be a good time to kind of jump in now and try to get materials so that when she comes out, the new character, the astronomer, I believe is her name, you can try to nab her, or maybe you want to jump in now and try to nab Soya. I'll show you just guys in just a second. But the primary reason for this video is to kind of like give you the my feelings right now about how I feel like. Okay, now I completed the story. What does end game look like? And it feels pretty empty. I don't know. I do remember saying this on the Should You Play Path to Nowhere. I did mention that this section here in general feels really empty. I really hope that in the next patch they fix that and they add more content. It definitely needs at least a minimum of two or three more pieces of content here to make end game kind of tolerable. I guess is the right term I want to use for this for this. Because I did mention this. It's like I feel like this section here felt unfinished. The Oblivion Pit's cool, and so is Broken Frontline. I think these two pieces of content are awesome, but it needs more to keep players busy, and of course that also applies to the guild itself. I feel like the guild is extremely empty, and that this cannot come any sooner. Like this needs to this 28 days are gonna be painful for the just basically like the guild activities itself. I believe like they should have had more in terms of what's available for the guild instead of just again it's content that feels empty, like content that wasn't. I should have said this. It's content that should have been released with more stuff in it. Yeah, it's just my basic thoughts. Is there extra stuff that you can do like after you're done with the chapter? Again, like I said, they're dropping a new update on the 10th in about 2 more days. So maybe they'll add more game modes because it definitely needs it. Again, that doesn't mean that there isn't stuff to do. Again, you can like for me like one of the things I'll definitely start doing is because I'm done with the story, I don't have to spend stamina on the story. I can definitely like invest all of my stamina into the rust itself. Try to optimize the Oblivion Pit because after finishing the main story, I unlocked the final floor, the Paradise Illusions. Yeah, Paradise Illusions. So I can like open this up and then close them all up again, and then get more materials to get more stuff. The Broken Front Line though, I'm gonna give you some tips and hints during this video. The Broken Front Line, I was told I was actually lucky. Okay, I was actually lucky that I couldn't score the 720,000 required to go up to the mid risk area. I was lucky that I didn't do it. That I actually didn't do it because according to the community, as soon as you unlock the mid risk area, it's basically almost impossible to get the 720,000. I think you need to score a minimum requirement. I think it's 720,000 to get the last reward. Level reward 20,000, 200,000. You should be able to nab it. 200,000, 200,000. You should be able to nab it, but in order to get the final reward, you will be losing these. Again, it's not entirely bad, but some players do recommend not aiming for the 720,000. If you're a new player, don't bother trying to nab the 720,000 until they release content that actually allows you to optimize it and clear it. And unless you're spending money and then like your characters are ridiculously OP, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you're free to play, yeah, don't try to aim for that 720,000. As for other kind of tips that I'm gonna be giving you guys, do optimize do try to do the story. And one of the things I completely forgot, and this is something that I talked about. Is like, hey, there's not enough materials like for you to level up your sinners. And then one of my friends, Desert, was telling me, hey, well, what about this thing? Like, no, because I forgot what we were talking about. We were talking about this thing, and I was showing them this. Like, how come they're not leveled up? I'm like, well, I haven't gotten the materials yet. No, you should have gotten them because I completely forgot that this thing existed. And I grabbed a lot of materials. Like, 'cause I think I was like in chapter 7, and I hadn't completed it all the way back to like chapter 4. So that's one of the things I did. I had to stop with the story. That's why it took me a while to get through the story. I had to stop with the story, and I started completing the guidelines, and I made it all the way back up here. So it's like by the time I got done, like completing everything, I had a lot of materials, like a buttload of materials. And I'm like, okay, this facilitated a lot of stuff that I had kind of like in a backlog to build characters. So like just because I forgot this thing existed, it definitely boosted up my it boosted up my material count. Like most of my stuff was like at 300,000. I'm like, okay, that's not bad. So like again, just because of me being a complete idiot that I forgot that this thing existed. Then after I unlocked it, everything became a lot more manageable. So again, if you guys are new players or you're existing players, don't forget this thing exists. It's right there. So it's yeah. Now, as when it comes to the my what I think about the characters, I feel like the characters are decently balanced, and that in a way that you can actually clear the game at low levels, but at the same time you like if you're planning on going that route where like you don't care about the overall meta, which you shouldn't. That's one of the things that even the community will tell you. It's like, dude, you just build who you like. I feel like them and even me. I feel like the game's pretty balanced enough that you can even build a team of just B rank characters and just steamroll through it. Are the characters that will facilitate your ability to actually clear it at a more comfortable manner? Absolutely. Um, I think one of the things I've noticed is that there are some healers. There's just not a lot of them, and the little that they are, I think most of them will tell you either use Anna because Anna's cool, and I believe she's free, or Ariel. If you're lucky with the pulse, I didn't get lucky with the pulse, but if you get a Hamel, I don't have her, but Hamel makes this game really easy. It's stupid easy. Like there are a few occasions where I had to borrow my friend's Desert's Hamel just to clear some sections. Oh man, she makes the game so easy. Provides damage reduction, and then her healing is a continuous healing over time, and then the radius of that healing goes everywhere. So like she doesn't have to even be near the characters to heal them. So she makes the game easy. So if you nav her, yeah, it's easy mode. And of course, for characters, of course, you're gonna get Nox. Unfortunately, I, I got Soya, and then like not long after I got Langley, so I never got a chance to build Soya. I mean, never got a chance to build Nox, and Nox also makes it very easy because she has a defense reduction, and her special just wrecks balls. It's like a really strong special. Um, as for other types of characters, I did mention in the should you play that like some, if not most B rank characters are exceptionally good. EMP even at level 40, like there were times when like Irene wasn't cutting it, so I had to like pop Irene out and I pop EMP in and like and I cleared it just fine. So and as for other B rankers, I always use Demolia. She saved me a few times. I do realize that Demon is a lot better. Is the best tank, hands down. If you can build him up to a satisfactory level, he can actually tank pretty damn good. So he's actually a very good tank to invest in if you actually nab him. Don't listen to the other players that say that, oh, he's garbage. Why build him? Build Demolia. build Demolia just for the cost effectiveness of it. B rank characters are just easier to get their shackles on. It's just the overall premises. Hecate is a wonderful hero as well. Again, and most of these heroes that I'm talking about, most of them are free. Hecate, EMP, Anna, Nox. These characters are free. You get them through the story. So, well, you get those. You get these three through the story, and then you get Nox uh, through the guideline. Like you got to complete certain tasks, and then at the end of the guideline, you get Nox. So that's a free S rank character, and of course, whatever you're not from the polls as well. If you're never from the beginner poll banners, and then you get lucky and you get an S rank character, I think you get a guaranteed S rank character from those polls. So you should have at least more than two. And then of course, if you're pulling on the Soya banner, you'll get Soya. If you're pulling from the side banners, you get chances of getting other S rank characters. This is how I got these four right here. I got lucky. I got lucky in one of the polls. I just YOLO'd it on the on this banner over here. I YOLO'd it and I got these three all in one poll. I was really happy. If I would have gone Hamel, oh, it would have been magical. Oh, this is Hamel. Yeah, you get her. Oh man, makes the game so easy. I wish I had her. Definitely would have made the game easier for me. For sure. Like I said, when it comes to characters, there is like basically not necessarily a meta, but there are characters who outshine others for sure. Definitely the S rank characters do that, and as they should. They're basically like the luxury characters. So if you can nab them, they definitely outshine the A and B ones for sure. I'm definitely gonna build Demon though. He's so cool. Overall, tip wise, characters that you should build. If you get Ariel, build Ariel. I believe she's a wonderful healer. Can't get her. Anna's also great. Demolia's an awesome tank. Especially if you don't have Demon, and again, like I said before, cost effective shackles. You get them a lot more faster than A and S rank characters, obviously. Hecate is wonderful as well. EMP's great. I love Wendy. She, again, like I mentioned before, I thought like her overall look was like but then just the way her story unfolded. Oh man, one of my favorite characters. What I thought, without a doubt. See, I really like this costume. I'll say this: I really like the fact that the costume has a story behind it. I wish more games were like this, where like the costume itself has something to do with not only the character, but it has something to do with like a person who gave the costume to Wendy. And as you can see, it does say it's got a lot of nods to different types of horror media. As you can see, it's got I guess it tried to do like the Saw mask, and of course like she's got like the doll aspects of her. She looks like she's wearing a butcher's. Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, she's wearing a butcher's outfit, and she's got like the Harley Quinn look, the red and black, like the old school Harley Quinn. Yeah, I like that better. Got the chainsaw from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, etc. So that's one of the aspects I actually do like about the costumes. And again, I kind of went off rails right there, but there's a reason why I like Wendy. Irene's awesome. Langley, she can step on me. If I ever meet her, she can definitely go and step on me. She's awesome. Again, when it comes to other types of characters, again, it's kind of hard to make guides for this game in general, just for the sole fact that there's so little content. And I like, if you want me to like really quickly tell you, what heroes are great. Okay, KK, Labyrinth, or Che is awesome. Flora is also a pretty good character. Hela, Hela's okay. Some players like Mr. Fox. I actually don't like that character. Anyways, Hela's decent. They don't suggest building Iron for some reason, so they just don't suggest it. I have seen some players say Priscilla's actually pretty good as well. Wolverine looks cool, but I haven't heard much about him. A lot of players seem to like Cinnabar. Cinnabar's a tank. So again, if you don't have the aforementioned tanks, Demolia B rank, you most likely will get her. They also suggest Cinnabar. Horo's pretty cool. She's a kind of like a tank, kind of like she's a tanky DPS. Is basically what she is, and she also breaks. If you see like this red stuff right here, that means they can break cores. You need this, especially toward like the later chapters where like some bosses have like 4 or 5 cores. You definitely need these, or you definitely need characters that can break more than 1 core. And like there were many occasions where Baiji saved my ass. She can break 3 cores with her specials. It's awesome. Or Irene breaks 2 as well. EMP, she's got a probability chance to break 2. Her special will proc twice at the same time. I wish Soya's special also had the core break, like stuff like that. Picasso is awesome. She also core breaks, and she's a decent DPS. She's not great, but I like her. She's cool. But that's it. Again, that's the reason why like I was like mentioning all this kind of stuff right now. Oh, I forgot to mention Hecate. I'm sorry, Hecate. Hecate is awesome. Again, it's I do want to make content for this game later in the future, especially when it comes to just different types of content. But unfortunately, the game is kind of empty, and it's kind of hard to like make content when there's hardly content in here. Uh, one thing I don't, one thing I hope is that they don't add too many characters, for sure. I think that they're adding 2 more. They're gonna add the I think I called it the 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 astronomer. It's actually the Stargazer. It's actually the Stargazer, and then there's another one coming out later in the future. I believe both are S rankers. I really hope they don't add too many characters. I think it's better like, okay, just don't add too many characters, and instead of adding characters every patch, just add content. I think that's like my biggest gripe. I still, without a doubt, still fucking hate the dispatch. It should have been handled differently. This is I hate that. I hate that content. But overall, on the other aspects, I'm hoping that with the new patch, again, it's coming out on the 10th, that they add a few more, at least 2 more chapters, or at least 4 more chapters. Depends. Maybe 2 more is it's okay. 2 more chapters, A and B. So chapters 9 and 10, somewhere around here, and then they add extra more content to this. At least 2 more. At least 1 or 2 more, or every patch they try to add something. And then to the Rust, maybe add something else later in the future to facilitate stuff. Again, maybe they really can't, or maybe no, I guess they really can't add more to the Rust, because this is basically all the necessity means that you need to build your characters. The only thing I don't like is this, and I see a lot of games do this shit. I see a lot of games do it, and I hate it. It's like, oh, by the way, Monday and Tuesday, whatever, some content will open. So a lot of content, a lot of games, especially like the recent ones, they do this crap. I hate this because like I'm trying to finish Soya, and like, oh, I can't do it until tomorrow. That's great, guys. Thanks. So it kind of sucks. Overall, the Rust is okay. I just wish like the stamina, man. A lot of players will tell you that right away, especially in the community. Like, yeah, the stamina's you need more stamina. But again, the game is designed that way. It's not designed to give you a lot of stamina, or else you're gonna be building characters and getting this coins and whatnot at an extremely fast rate. And again, just finishing the story gives you a lot of mats as it is. Again, like I said, I forgot this existed for being an idiot, and I completely forgot this was here. And then that definitely made this happen. So I was happy with it. Overall, that's some of my overall thoughts. Again, I will be providing more guides for Path to Nowhere. I'm just waiting for more content, because I'm probably gonna make, like, if I start making content for this game, I can probably finish guides in like 2 or 3 days, and I'm done. Not 2 or 3 days, but like about 4 videos, and I'll be done with guides for this for this game. So it's like they definitely need to release more content for sure. Do I still recommend Path to Nowhere? Yeah, definitely. I think it's still a great game. We just gotta wait for the future. Again, they just gotta add more content, and then we'll go from there. And again, like I said, there's an update coming, incoming in about two days, I believe. Yeah, in about 2 days. They said the 10th. So if you guys want to wait to pick up Path to Nowhere until that content's released, again, new character, the Stargazer is coming out, so you can wait to pull on her banner, and she looks pretty cool. I actually do like her. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna pull for her because I gotta save my materials in order to facilitate building other stuff. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it, but definitely cool character. Definitely check her out if you guys are playing Path to Nowhere. Look out for the new character, Stargazer. Should be it. Let me know your thoughts if you guys are still playing Path to Nowhere, or you guys are interested in playing Path to Nowhere. A lot of the players in my Discord are currently playing this as well, and for the most part, most of them are having fun, and that's the overall aspects of it. I really am enjoying this one. And then to close off the video, I did take the request you guys were asking me about Counterside. So look out for that video in the future as well. Again, I'm gonna review Counterside. I'm gonna say like it's like a love-hate relationship with that game. I like it at the same time. I was like, but that should be it, guys. Let me know what you think. If you guys are interested in playing this, again, you guys can visit my Discord and ask for tips on Path to Nowhere, and should be it. Let me know. Yeah, that should be it. I'm done. I'm just rambling on. It's like 5:28 in the morning, but okay. If you guys really like this video, please like and share. If you like a lot, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys.